Hello, today we'll learn how to add images to our web pages. But before we begin, please make sure you've completed and submitted your Do Now. Today our objective is that coders will render an image on a web page. Our vocabulary, source attribute, image tag, self-closing tag, render, and image hosting. Take a look at this page. You've already seen this. And from the last class, we've identified some HTML elements that we've already learned how to write. This includes H1 tags, P tags, and now anchor tags. Something on the page that we haven't learned how to add yet are image tags and how to add images to our web pages, which we will learn today. An image tag lets you put an image on your website. And image tags have a source attribute that tells the browser where the image lives on the internet. In this case, we have this image tag with a source, and the source is equal to the web address where the image lives. In this case, it's this web address docs.com/image.jpg. Just like to a link, you add HTML attributes to an image. Remember that attributes provide additional information about an element. Attributes are always included in the opening tag. All HTML elements can have attributes, and attributes usually come in name-value pairs that look like this: name equals, and in quotes, value. You can think of the source attribute like a property source label. So just like you may have labeled your school supplies or your clothes a property of and your name, you can think of source attributes the same way. In this case, the source attribute is saying that it comes from, or the image comes from this web address, docs.com/image.jpg. Quick lightning question. What do you notice about the syntax for this attribute? If you have a thought on how it might look different, please make sure you hold that thought in your head because we will get there in just a minute. Both the anchor tag and image tag have attributes. Source tells the computer where to get the image. So here you can see again, we have the source and it's equal to the web address where we can get the image. Other things about image tags. It again uses the source attribute. The image tag is self-closing. This means it doesn't need a closing tag. So unlike other tags we've seen where we've had an opening tag and a closing tag with a slash, an image tag doesn't require a closing tag. Also, there is no content for an image tag. The image itself is the content. What I mean by this is, let's go back to the past example to get a better picture. The first one, the anchor tag, is we have content here, which is go to Google. Those are the words that would appear on the page, and the user would click on this content to go to this website. However, for an image tag, when the page loads with the image on it. So the image itself is the content that appears on the web page. We can add images to our websites by either getting the image address from a photo that's public and found online, or we can host our personal images. What I mean by hosting our personal images, that means you upload a personal image from your phone or your computer onto a hosting site so that the image now becomes public and anyone can view the image on the internet. So here are two different ways. This chicken and waffles picture is a public image on the internet, so I can get the image address right away. The second way is requires a few more steps where you'll have to upload the image, and then once you upload it and it becomes public, then you can get the image address. In this class, we'll be using Glitch's image hosting service. It's free and does not require you to have an account. And if you become a Code Nation fellow, you'll be coding Glitch all next year. So here's a video of the process, but we're actually going to demo the process in a minute just so you can see exactly what it looks like. So here's a video. Feel free to look at the slides and watch the video over. At this point, I'm going to go to this Glitch hosting site, and here I see I have the option to choose a file. I'm going to go ahead and upload my file, which is yay.gif, and I'm going to press upload. And it's taking a little bit to upload, that's okay. I'm just going to wait a few seconds, and then I see upload completed. Here's my image. Make sure to copy and share the links. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And then I have the option to copy the image address. I'm going to go more into how to copy the image address in just a minute when we go into our guided practice. So here it is. I'm going to go back to the slides. And now we're going to move on to our guided practice. Let's make a page in popcode with a picture of our favorite animal. So I'm going to open up this popcode. And I have it right here, and I have all the space to add an image. And now I'm going to go ahead and look for an image of my favorite animal. I'm going to stick to an elephant because I think that's easiest and keeping it simple. I like the second image of an elephant, and now I'm going to show you how to get the image address. There's a couple of different ways. The first way is if I'm using a mouse, I can just right click. Once I right click, I see all these drop down options. I'm going to do copy image address. It might say copy image location. That's also okay. Or copy image URL. That's also okay. So here it is. I'm going to press that. That's one way. If you're using a laptop, there's other ways. So if you can double click with 2 fingers at the same time and get the image address that way. You can also hold down Control on your keyboard, Control next to Alt, and then you press again on your trackpad and you get copy image address. So there's a few different ways you could do that. Once I have that image address copied, I'm going to go back to my popcode. And I'm going to go to line 7 and I'm going to add my image tag. I'm going to start with an opening angle bracket, img, space. Now I want to add the source attribute, src. And I know it's going to equal to, and in quotes. And I'm going to paste my image address. I'm going to end with closing quotes, that's important, and a closing angle bracket. So this here is my image that's now on my web page. Awesome. So I'm going to go back to my slides, and yep, just as another reminder, to find your image, you want to right click on the image, or you can double click on the trackpad, or you could do control click. You want to press copy image address, and you want to paste the image address as your attribute value in the opening image tag like we just did. It's now your turn. So you're going to open this popcode. I'm going to open it too, just to show you. And here you have a website called My Favorite Musicians. Right now it has J. Cole with an image of him. So now what you want to do is you want to edit the HTML so that the heading and image are for your favorite musician. So instead of J. Cole, you could put Rihanna or whoever. And then after you change both the heading and the image, you want to add 2 more musicians to the page. So just like J. Cole with his header and image here, you want to do that 2 more times and have 3 different artists. Afterwards, if you want to challenge yourself, please move on so you can have each image link to a video of the musician's music video. So that's super cool. So if I clicked on J. Cole, it would lead me to a music video of one of his songs. Finally, if you finished a medium, go on to Spicy, where you can host an image on the hosting site I showed you earlier and add that image to your web page. You can also change it so that clicking on the image opens a video in a new tab. So lots of things to do. You have 15 minutes to work on this. Please remember to make sure you're logged in, and you can make sure you're logged in as you press this login to save button. After you've completed that, please make sure to submit your assignment, give it a title, create and copy the snapshot, and submit it in Google Classroom. Then you can move on to the exit ticket. There are 3 questions today. Here's the first question, second question, third question. All 3 questions should be in your Google Classroom for you to answer. And after that, you are done for today. Today we successfully learned how to add images to our web pages, and please tune in for the next lesson, which is 2.5. All right, bye.